today, say this to yourself: I will invest my most valuable resource, time, into my most valuable possession, me. Spend the time to make yourself better, happier, stronger, more fit, more flexible, more mobile. That's what we're here to do. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. We are a live practice every single day. Join us on Facebook or YouTube, live, totally live, no cuts, no edits. It's just real. But whatever you do in your practice, there's one thing you really need to do, and that's to do what's right for your body. Do what's right for you. Don't ever hurt. This practice today is a 1 hour long Yoga Plus is what we call it, because we add in Barre, we add in Pilates, we add in hand weights, just kind of kick it up and change it up a little bit from our normal daily routine. Every day is different. Our practices are different every day, but they're all designed to work together to make you fitter, stronger, more flexible, and just stronger, and just in your head too, feel better. But don't hurt yourself. Not everything is for everybody. Not everything is for everybody. Not everything is for every day. Do what you can with what you got and don't hurt yourself. That's my biggest piece of advice to you today. All right, so a word to think about as you practice is this. It is gratitude. Gratitude. We started the week with that word. We're going to end with it too, because it's so important. You know, that gratitude journal thing and just being grateful for what you have. So here are some words to associate with gratitude: agreeable, refreshing, thankful, appreciative, and having gratitude for just the time on your mat and for your body and what it does for you, because it works hard. Honor it, have gratitude for it, and don't complain. Don't complain. All right, there you go. You're going to need some props for today. You're going to need a bender ball or a little squishy ball. If you don't have these things, that's all right. Do the practice without them, because you modify to make the practice work. And then eventually get them if you want to come back, because the props make it a lot of fun. So a squishy ball, 2 yoga blocks, you're definitely going to want to get those. Those are easy to find. Buy those, and you can have them by the weekend. All right, a little hand towel and an eye shade are wonderful for your final Shavasana pose, and we're going to use hand weights today. All right, so your weights can be any size you want. Maybe you have multiple weights, 3 pounds, 10 pounds, good on you, or whatever, but just, do what works, make it work. Today, if you don't have hand weights, get some water bottles. All right, and I mentioned the ball, you gotta find that too, and if you have that, keep it nice and squishy, because you wanna create an unstable surface with it. Lastly, have a chair nearby, or, if you don't have the chair, you could use the countertop, but something that you can use for stability. All right. Come on up to standing. As you're coming up, let's lock a stress number into your mind. Have your block close by, because we're going to use that in just a second. Have your block at its stable height. Stress number, what do I mean by that? Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 100. Assign a number. Don't overthink it. That's stressful enough. Assign a number to how you're feeling in your body. We're going to work on lowering that stiffness number, that stress number, whatever you want to call it. All right, your block is close by. Let's take that confidence pose. All right, so legs are a little wider than hip width distance, hands onto your hips. Send your shoulders back and down, lift your face toward the sun, and stand firm without doubt. Make the most of what you got. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and a deep breath out through your mouth. You can do this. You can do this. All right, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. All right, as you're ready, start to lift up onto your toes. As you lift up onto the balls of your feet, keep your heel behind your toes. Gaze forward, chest is lifted. Poof your chest up a little bit more. Lift and lower in the heels. Come up as high as you like. Maybe hold it for a second or two. And breathe. Breathe in and sigh it out. That chair, you could be using it right now, holding on to it for balance. We want to get into the calves. That's what we're doing. Breathe. Maybe lift and hold a little bit. Maybe come down to the heels and lift your toes up a little bit. Hi, to Stan, Lori, Tammy, Esther, Betty, Kelly, Lynn, Roger, Tina, Maria, and Margarita. Good to see you all. All right, so lift and lower. And when you're ready, come on down. Find your block. Hopefully it's not too far away. And let's stretch your calf out on the block. So place the ball of your foot onto the block and let your heel rest on the ground. So stretch your calf out here. Breathe. Keep your hands on your hips and just continue to breathe. All right, so why are we doing this? Why are we stretching our calf? Because We do this a lot too in our cat-cow pose. We stretch it out. But we're stretching out the calf here pretty intensely with the use of this block. This is going to help reduce any pain or tightness or instability in your legs. It also helps, so many other things. It also helps reduce the risk of injury or conditions like Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, cramps, and it is said to even help if you have bunions in your feet. So go figure. All right, let's switch to the other leg. Ball of your foot onto the block. Just stretch out that calf. Breathe in, breathe out, and pay attention to your breathing. You want your breathing to be long. We always say this. You want your breaths to be long and full. Use the capacity in your lungs. Take a deep breath in and a sighing breath out. Sighing it out really helps alleviate some of the stress. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up your lungs. Empty your lungs. We did that with a pose yesterday called fish pose. So it opens up and allows you to breathe. So really fill up your lungs with all you got and let it go. All right, so let's remove our foot from the block. Come back to your confidence stance with your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance, and come back to lifting up onto the balls of your feet. All right, so do you notice anything different? Maybe it seems a little easier. I don't want to say it seems easier. You're getting stronger. It's not getting any easier. It's the same pose, but you are building strength in your calves. You're loosening up, right? Don't you feel a little more stable here? All right, just for good measure, come down to your heels, give your toes a wiggle, and let it be. Plant your feet. It's amazing how quickly you can see these positive results. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Think extended mountain pose. Maybe you want to bring your feet in a little bit. Lift. Interlace your fingers, send your palms up to the sky, and then start to sway from side to side in your palm tree pose. Keep your feet planted. Move your spine sideways. Chin away from your chest. Little bend in your elbows might feel better. Do what feels right for you. Finish up in your sideways bends. Bring your hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Lift out of your chest. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Take it a little farther. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Maybe look directly overhead. Breathe. Don't worry about going back so far. You don't have to go very far. Just breathe. Push into your low back. Chest is lifted. Now exhale and hinge forward. Hinge forward. Let your hands hang toward the earth. Let your gaze go back toward your knees or up toward your belly button. Put a little bend in your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Decompress your spine. Think of creating space between your spine. You got gravity working with you now as the crown of your head works toward the earth. Shake your neck a little bit. Loosen up in the neck. You want to be loose in the neck, loose in the spine. Create space in your back. When you're ready, tuck your chin to your chest, roll on up, come on back up to standing. Send your arms back up to the sky. When you're ready, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Settle in, you're stronger already. Start to do some arm circles as you tee out your arms. And with your arm circles, send them to the back of the room. Add in your knees, put a bend in the knees and then straighten through the knees. All right, big arm circles. You make them as big as is right for you. You're just wanting to wake up your shoulders. Bend in the knees. Maybe take the bend a little deeper. Take the arm circles in the other direction. Keep bending in the knees. Don't your knees feel better? Even just 3 or 5 bends in the knees. You feel more flexible. You get the synovial fluid in the knees moving. All right, lubricate those joints. Motion is lotion. All right, finish up. Come on up to standing. With your arms down by your sides, chest good and lifted. Let's take that big coat swing. Breathe and twist from side to side. Let your arms be loose here. That's the ticket. Gaze over one shoulder, then the other. Sigh it out. As you sigh it out, maybe you notice you can take your twist even deeper. Breathe. And just have fun with it. This is your little warm-up. Let's slowly start to finish on up, and let's do ragdoll pose. Bring your arms to stillness by your side. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your hands to opposite elbow creases. Put a little bend in your knees. Toe heel your feet hip width distance apart. Send your gaze back to your knees or up towards your belly button. Hang out here. Let it go. Start to sway one elbow back toward one knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. Decompress your low back.
Nice and controlled you are. You've got this. You're in charge. Large and in charge. Yes, you are. Breathe. All right, finish up. Come to stillness, back at the midline. Put that bend in the knees. Let the head hang toward the earth as your spine decompresses. And then release your fingers to the mat. Come on down to your knees. It's time for child's pose. Hi, Liz. I'm glad you made it. Hello, Tony. I am glad that you made it too. All right. So we've done our warm up. Let's come into a child's pose. All right. 2 variations we can take, or others. Knees together, big toes touching, hips back to your heels. Block can be underneath your forehead. Arms can be down by your sides. Shoulders away from your ears. Palms face up. Classic child's pose. Maybe no block at all as you bring your forehead down to your mat. An option is your knees can be spread wide. Big toes are still together. Your hips go back toward your heels. You can use the block to rest your head and reach your arms long to the top of the mat. Think of your tailbone going further to the back of the mat. You can have no block at all and rest your head on the mat. You can take your block to the top of the mat and press your hands into it, really getting into those shoulders even more. Push your hands into the block if you're in the extended arm position. Send your tailbone more to the back of the room. Lengthen through your spine. Stretch out your quads, your knees, your ankles. Ooh, all that good stuff. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you like, close your lips and breathe only in and out of your nose. This will allow you to build heat in your body and focus inward. Let all thoughts go. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow. Just enjoy the present moment and how good your body's going to feel in each and every pose. Breathe. Turn your head from left to right. Massage your forehead into your mat. And finish up. Come back to stillness. Push your hands a little bit more. Send your tailbone to the back of the room a little bit more. And then come out of your child's pose if you like. Stay longer if you want, because you know this is your practice and you are going to do it your way. All right, so come to a neutral tabletop. In your neutral tabletop position, let's do a cat-cow pose. Tuck your chin to your chest. Tuck your tailbone under. Look toward your navel. Inhale, cow pose, crown of the head and tailbone lift. Do a couple cat-cows and marry it to your breath. Exhale, cat, push the earth away with your hands and your feet. Inhale, cow, crown of the head and tailbone lift. Oh, it feels good in your low back, doesn't it? Keep it up. Breathe. Really think of tucking that tailbone under as you push into the earth. And then lift the tailbone up as the crown of your head lifts. Don't you wish you could lift the tailbone just a little bit more because it feels really great? Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. All right, that's it. Let's come back to a neutral tabletop position. Find your ball. Place it underneath your right knee. The ball underneath your right knee. If you don't have the ball, totally fine. We're going to do bird dog pose. You could bring your block to the top of your mat if you like at a nice high height. Maybe. There we go. All right, the ball is underneath your right knee. Tuck your right toes towards your shin to create a nice little kickstand there. Lift your left leg up, knee to about hip height. Dial your left hip down. Extend your left leg long, drawing the toes toward the shin, allowing the heel to drive to the back of the room. You are balancing here on this ball, or maybe not. Totally fine. The ball creates an unstable surface, so you're going to have little micro wiggles, which make you engage muscles you don't usually engage. Hold on here. Let's lift the right arm up. You can reach toward your block. If you got your chair in front of you, you can reach toward it. Or nothing at all. Reach. Spread your fingers wide. Thumb up like a hitchhiker. Stretch. Hold it here. You've got it. Now bend left knee and your right elbow and have them touch under your belly button. Breathe. Stretch. Breathe. You got it. Finish up. Now maybe your hands are down and maybe your knee is bent. That's totally fine, and that's where you're holding it. No problem. Bring the left knee down. Let's switch to the other side. Ball comes under the left knee now. Maybe that's plenty of balance here. Just getting comfortable and acquainted with this. Tuck your left toes under. Press into your hands. Lift your right leg up, up, up. Knee to hip height. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you extend the leg long, driving the heel to the back of the room. Push into your hands. Stay strong here. Use the earth to help you stay balanced. Hold it right here. Now, maybe you take your left hand and reach it forward for the block, for the chair, for nothing at all. Reach, breathe, hold it here. Maybe tuck your elbow to your knee once, twice, not at all. Or maybe more. Make it work. You got it. Let's finish. All right, hands come down. Hands come down. Come off of the ball. What do you think? Bird dog on the ball is a challenge. Maybe grab a drink. Let's go into another pose. Let's go into a downward facing dog. All right, ball aside. You just need your body for this one. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Press into your hands. Tuck both toes, both the feet, the toes of both feet under. Send your hips high to the sky. Heels slightly lifted, downward facing dog. All right, feet hip width distance apart. Look at your hands. They should be shoulder width distance apart. Fingers spread wide. Heels slightly elevated. Shake your neck. Let it be. Now pedal your dog. One heel closer to the earth than the other as you stretch out your calves again. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe sigh it out. Let some heat go. All right, knees are bent. Walk your hands back to meet your feet or your feet up to meet your hands. Let's come into, roll your spine on up, come into your extended mountain pose. Lift, breathe, take a little baby back bend. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Let's do it again. Hands come down, walk them out to a down dog. Pedal your dog a little bit, shake your neck, push into the earth. Tailbone lifted high to the sky. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, spine rolls up, extended mountain. Breathe, little back bend. Hands to prayer center, fold forward. Guess what? Do it again. Walk your hands forward. Down dog, don't lose your form. Hands and feet are shoulder width and hip width distance apart. Tailbone to the sky. Neck is shaken and loose. On the head, on the shoulders. Breathe, shake, shake, shake. And then bring your heels closer to the earth, one than the other as you walk the dog. Still your feet. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Here we go. Take a forward fold. Hands capture your calves, fold in half. Breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands forward. Come down to your knees. Time to do a 1-minute plank. All right, here's the deal. You do plank the way you like. One option, you know this one, don't sweat it because you can do everything because you're going to modify. For your plank, you could come onto your back, send the blocks into your hands, tuck your shoulders under, legs are long. Imagine that these blocks are pushing into the earth. There's your plank on your back. Other options can be, and we're going to set a timer in just a minute. You can be on your knees, you can be on your forearms, hands spread wide, shift your weight more forward, push into the earth and hold here. Another option would be to send your legs long, tuck your toes under, and lift your straight legs up and hold here for a minute. I'm going to do a high plank, and I'm going to do plank rows with it. So first opportunity to use these weights. All right, I'm going to hold the weights in my hand. And if you don't have the weights, that's fine. Plant your hands down on your mat. Send your legs long, and let's go into a 1-minute plank. All right, set the timer now, please. Here we go. Push into the earth. Feet are hip width distance apart. Arms are shoulder width distance apart. Lengthening through the crown of your head and your tailbone. All right, the timer has elapsed by 10 minutes now, or 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 seconds. Hold it here. You watch the timer. You take breaks when you need them. Drop to your knees or send your hips high to a down dog if you are in a high plank. Now to do the rows, I'm going to bring one weight up to the shoulder, then the other. We're halfway there. Come on now. You can do it. One weight lifts, then comes down, then the other weight lifts and comes down. Breathe. Guess what? We've got 20 seconds to go. You got it. Weight up to the armpit, then down to the mat. Breathe. Deep breaths. You got it. 10 seconds to go. You can do it. A few more. Come on. Don't quit. Don't give up. You are now done.
You've done 1 minute of whatever variation of plank you chose. How are you doing? Whew. Awesome. Good work. Let's find the ball. Maybe get a drink. All right. Find the ball. Let's bring the ball to our low back. The ball is now at your low back. Come on back. Lean into the ball. No ball? That's fine. Lay back on your back. Totally fine. All right. Let's do our Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups on the ball. So you're reclining here. You got to engage. Ball doesn't make it any easier. The ball makes you engage and have to hold here. Knees spread wide, soles of the feet touch. Fingers can be lightly at your temples or reach your arms parallel to each other between your legs. Little teeny pulses. Breathe. Maybe, in this little core sequence, you breathe in and out of your mouth, letting some heat go. Oh my goodness, breathe, breathe. Little teeny pulses. Just lift and lower like an inch or two and then back and forth. Keep at it. You got it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You can do it. Pulses are reminiscent of a bar practice. We do lots of little pulses. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're gonna do some Pilates poses next. How are you doing? How are you liking it? Strong core. Lift in and out of the core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you're on your back, you got your fingers lightly at your temples. Little teeny pulses up of the chin to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, what do you think? Let's finish. Send your legs long onto your mat. Stay on your ball if you want, or release it. I'm going to single leg hug in. Pull in the right knee, toes drawn toward the shin. Extend the right leg, hug in the left knee. You can bring the extended leg down, or, more of a challenge, keep it a little bit lifted. Breathe, hug the knee in, the other knee in, hug it in. You got it. You can be completely on your back. Right now, we're combining a Pilates pose with a bar move. Oh my goodness, what a great idea. All right, legs extend. Think boat, and then hug both knees in at the same time. Extend the legs, hug them in as you exhale. Breathe, legs out, legs in, and repeat. Here's your double knee hug in on your ball. Oh, pretty good, isn't it? All right, when you're ready, let's come on up to seated. Remove the ball, then come back down onto your back. Grab some water. Let's do it. Come on down to your back. All right, another Pilates move. All right, right leg lifted up to the sky. This time, point your toes. Left leg is down. Draw the left toes toward the left shin so your calf is on the mat. Right foot, toes are pointed. Draw little circles on the air. Up toward the sky, in the air. Yeah, that. Maybe make the circles a little bit bigger. Breathe. Maybe you like to tee out your arms. That might feel more stable. Circle that nice big circle in the opposite direction. Make the circle smaller, smaller, smaller. And then let's finish. Lower the right leg down. Point the right toes up toward the right shin. Plug the calf into the mat. Left legs turn. Good. Woohoo. Lift the left leg up. Point the left toes. Little teeny circle. Draw it on the ceiling. Make it a little bit bigger and bigger still. Breathe. All right. You got it. You gotta keep at it, right? Don't quit. Don't give up. Modify. Circle the leg in the other direction. I mean, we all want more mobile hips. We all want to be strong. We all want to be able to walk. Breathe. Little teenier circles. Nice job. Lower the left leg down to meet the right. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. This is your break. Enjoy it. Now lift both legs up to the sky. Point your toes. Circles with both legs zipped up. Thank you, Joseph Pilates. Now challenge yourself a little bit. Kind of enjoy the little back massage here too. How big can you get these circles? Make them nice and big. Breathe. Maybe you like the arms down by your sides. Maybe that feels better here. Or maybe you like them teed out. They're just an anchor for you. Now the other direction with those nice big circles. You can do it. Yes, you can. Breathe. And when you're ready, are you ready? I'm really ready. All right, let's finish up. Bend your knees, send both legs long, arms high overhead, stretch it out, stick pose. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Now find your hand weights. All right, so on your back, take your hand weights, bring the weights towards your shoulder with your palms face up. Breathe. Lift the weights up like you're doing a bench press. Lift and lower. Let your low body relax a little bit while you work these weights up to the sky. Lower them down. Keep your elbows snug and in tight. Breathe. You know, you could alternate. You decide what you want to do. Breathe. Keep pushing them up. If you got other weights, you might want to be doing the heavier weights here, or not. Maybe 2 water bottles is just the ticket. All right, let's finish here. Bring your elbows down to the earth. Flip your hands so your palms are facing your face, and then lower the weights so the back of your hand comes down to your mat. Let's do some little bicep curls here. Keep your elbows down, bend your elbows, bring the weights up towards your shoulders, and then extend them down toward the ground. Breathe. You got it. You're strong. Keep at it. And again, you can alternate if that pleases you more. But just have that word gratitude. Think of those other definitions of it. Gratitude means agreeable, refreshing, thankful, appreciative. Appreciate what you got. Because what you got is a lot. And this old saying, you don't appreciate it till it's gone. How true is that? So appreciate what you got. All right, little bicep curls. How are you doing? Let's take the weights now. Elbows are bent. Send the weights up overhead. Maybe you want to do just one weight. Oh, but don't drop this on your face. All right, lift, breathe. Now bend your elbows. Let the butt of the weight come behind your head. Maybe it touches the earth. And then send them up again. Don't drop the weight. Hold it good and tight. Maybe one weight is enough here. Elbows stay lifted up towards your sky. Bend the elbows, weights come down, lift them up, they go up to the sky. So now you're working the backs of your arms, your triceps. You feeling that? Oh yeah. Keep at it. We're gonna get back into the low body in a little bit, so appreciate what you got here. Enjoy the moment. Feel how good you feel in your hips, in your hip flexors. Keep bending those arms. Don't focus on, the burn in my arms. Focus on the gratitude that you have, that your hips can rest right now. All right, let's finish here. Tee out your arms. Keep those weights in your hands. Little teeny pulses of the weights up, up, up. Arms are teed out. Your knuckles are just a couple inches above the ground and you're pulsing up, up, up. Keep at it. Chest is nice and open. Shoulder blades are down. Arms are pulsing. Gotta love it, right? All right. Now, your legs are saying, it's my turn. So let's do that. Little teeny pulses. Let's finish up with these. Bring the weights down. Put them aside for a while. And now, hundreds. Joseph Pilates, one of his favorite, most famous poses is the hundreds. Here's the deal. Take it in layers. Arms down by your sides. Lift your arms up. Start to act as if you're patting the ground about 5 inches above the ground. Maybe peel your shoulders on up from the ground. Keep patting. Maybe lift your legs up and hold them here. Shoulders can be a little higher. Legs can be a little higher. Hold on. Elbows are hugged in. Arms are straight and long. Fingers reaching toward the bottom of your mat. Breathe. Legs are lifted to the degree that's comfortable for you. Legs are nice and straight. Breathe, hold. This is your hundreds pose. The idea is to do it 100 times, but you do it as many times as you like. That's the beauty of doing your yoga with us. You do it to what feels good for you, and every little bit helps. If you do it 5 times, if you do it 10 times, it is all good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 100 times. Oh, that's what Joseph Pilates wants. Okay, all right, soften in the shoulders. Keep at it. How are you doing? Let's finish up right Now, bring them on down. Heels down, arms overhead. Stretch it out, stick pose. Point your toes, reach through your fingers. Oh, got it. All right, grab the ball. Come on up, and let's go to the chair. Okay, here's the deal. Your chair or your countertop, you are going to use them. It doesn't make the pose any easier, trust me. Come on up to standing with the ball. Take the ball up between your thighs. Place your hands onto the back of the chair. Step your feet on back. Your feet are automatically going to be hip-width distance apart because you got the ball. No ball, bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Nice big shoulder stretch here. Try to create a flat back here on your chair. Stretch it out, breathe. Lengthen through your spine. Let it feel good. Maybe sink your chest a little more toward the earth. Put a little bend in your knees. Hold on to that ball. Squeeze it good and tight. Now as you're ready, walk your feet a little closer to your chair. Put a bend in your knees and bring your shoulders back up over your hips as best you can. Maybe fingertips are on the chair. Here's your ballet bar balancing. Squeeze the ball. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Hold it here. Hold it here. Now, let's begin to pulse. Bring your bottom down an inch or two and then back on up. You got it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Try to have your shoulders over your hips as best you can. Little teeny pulses. Don't let go of that ball. I wish you had my view right now. You can see the front range, the mountains, a little bit of snow on top, Pikes Peak. It's really pretty. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, pulse, pulse. Are you on fire yet? Oh yeah. Sink it good and low. Embrace that burn. Squeeze the ball in and out with your strong thighs. You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. Don't quit, don't give in. Come on, just try. Take little breaks when you need by just stopping the squeeze. When you're ready, hold the ball tight, plant one heel down and lift high up on the other heel. Then alternate. So you're kind of moving that ball forward and back, bringing one heel down, then the other. Breathe, kind of embrace that shake, because it is shaking, isn't it? All right, breathe, breathe. You got it. Don't quit. You can do it. Think of hiking up to the top of Pikes Peak. Oh yeah. All right. Let's finish. Come high on the toes and pulse it down. Again, again. Oh my goodness. We got it. We got it. We got it. Don't quit. Don't give in. Now, lower your heels. Remove the ball. How are you doing? Take your hands to the back of the chair. Stretch it out again. Whew. Breathe. Maybe lift your toes. Give them a wiggle. Oh, let your legs relax. Who would think that being on your toes, whew, could be such a burn. All right, find the ball. Bring the ball behind your right knee. Bend your right knee. Send your right leg back. Get comfortable so you can maybe rest your forearms or your forehead on the chair. Left leg is your foundation. Push into the earth. Right leg lifts, knee to about hip height. Draw your toes toward your shin. Let's do a donkey kick. So start to pulse your heel. In towards your bottom. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You got it? Yeah, you do. You really do. Stay strong. The poses never get easier, you get stronger. So same poses, no surprise there, but you're getting stronger. You've got to get stronger. You've got to bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Breathe. That's your donkey kick. Now, kick your heel nice and close to your bottom. The sole of your foot act as if you're stamping it on the ceiling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pulse the foot. Up, up, up. Right hip is dialed down so your hips are equidistant to the mat. A little bend in your left knee. Really feels comfortable. Don't lock the knee out. Let it be a little shock absorber. Breathe. Oh, lift, lift, lift. Finish up by bringing the right knee next to the left.
Have the knees kiss. And now we're gonna do fire hydrant. So start to lift the right knee to the side of your room. Oh, this is gonna get your glutes on fire. Oh, breathe, breathe. You got it. Don't quit. Maybe little smaller lifts, like a little dog on a fire hydrant, or maybe bigger lifts. You got it. Embrace the burn. Maybe 5 more. What do you think? Maybe 2 more? Let's finish here. Hover the knee next to the left knee. Just hold it here. Hold it. And when you're ready, remove the ball. Plant the right foot next to the left. Treat yourself and stretch it out. Flat back. Wiggle the toes. Oh my goodness. It's a good one, right? All right, let's do it again. Bring the left ball. Left ball. Bring the ball behind the left knee. Lift the knee up. Find your balance here. Find that little bit of love and springiness in the right knee. Breathe. Woo, you can be resting your head on this chair. Lift the left knee to about hip height. Dial the left hip down so your hips are equidistant to the mat. Time for donkey kicks. Kick it in toward your bottom. Breathe. Oh, how are you doing? All right, so what is this doing? Really strengthening those big muscles in your backside, your glutes. Keep at it, keep them strong. You know, when your muscles are strong, like your ankles are strong, your knees are strong, your backside is strong. When they're strong, you're more stable. We usually work from the ground up, starting with the feet, the calves, the quads, the glutes. We're keeping them nice and big, nice and strong, so you can stay healthy and live the life you want to live off of your mat. All right, so, enough of that, right? Hug the heel in, pulse the foot up to the sky. So you're strengthening your low back here too. Oh, so important as we get older, which we all are, hopefully, right? As we get older, you should be exercising more. You should be doing your strength training more. You should be balancing more. Don't think I'm older and I can't. Think I'm older and I must. I want to keep moving. All right, pulse it up, pulse it up, pulse it up. Finish. Hover the left knee next to the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, go into your fire hydrant pose. Now, sometimes we do this down on all fours. You do what you prefer. I like to shake it up and do it a little differently. All right. Breathe, lift. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Long breaths. You're in the present moment, aren't you? Nowhere else you could be. Woo! All right. Finish. Knees are together. Oh, just hold here for a second. Remove the ball from your left leg. You know how good this stretch is going to feel? Step back from the chair. Flat tabletop. Breathe. Oh, breathe. Whew. How does that feel? Awesome, right? Okay, now, you got your hands on this chair. Put the ball down. You got your hands on the chair. Your back is flat. You know Warrior 3, that yoga pose we sometimes do? Let's do it with our hands on this chair. Send your right leg. Hello, Bonnie. Send your right leg to the back of the room. Hold on to your chair. Lift your leg, your right leg. Dial your left hip down and keep it right here. Here's your Warrior 3. Now pulse your right leg up. Nice and straight and long. Pulse it up, up, up. Little bend in your left knee. Don't forget to do that. Pulse the leg up. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Pulsing the leg up. Ooh, fancy Warrior 3 today, right? All right, let's put the right foot next to the left now. Extend your left leg long. Maybe you have it at a bit of an angle, that's fine. Maybe you lift it up to hip height. A little bend in your right knee. Pulse the left leg up, up, up. Little pulses. How is that? A Warrior 3 leg, or Warrior 3 with your pulses on the chair. Nice. All right, left foot meets right. Come on down, right foot forward, left foot back. We're gonna come into a lunge, and this is gonna feel good. Find your 2 blocks. Lunge, no real surprise here till the end. Now send your left leg long. Left leg long and straight, top of the left foot on your mat. Right knee over right ankle. Press into your blocks and lengthen up. Maybe the arms reach high to the sky, maybe a little back bend, or maybe not. Maybe you keep your hands right on your blocks. Breathe. Let's surf. Straighten the right leg. Come on back. Bring your backside towards your left heel. Come on back up. You can use your blocks, or my guess is after all that core stuff and balancing we've been doing, maybe you can do it without your blocks. Just a guess. Try it and see. All right, come on back up to the standing position. Your right foot is forward, starting position. Plant your hands on your blocks. Send the weight into your right leg. Press on up and lift your left leg. Now with your hands on your blocks, pulse the left leg up. You got your hands on your blocks. You got it. Pulse it up. And when you're ready, let's finish. Right foot meets left. Now bring the left foot forward. Come down onto your right knee. We're going to do the lunge on this side. All right, knee over left ankle, hands onto the blocks. Right leg long and straight, top of the right foot on the mat. You can stay right here. You can press on up a bit. Arms can lift. Breathe. Hands back at prayer center, maybe back to the blocks. Breathe. Start to surf. How do you do that? Start by bending your left leg or straightening your left leg. Maybe this is what you do today. Don't feel pressured to do anything more than what feels right for you. Using the blocks, surf it out, or no blocks at all, and surf it out. Let's finish back in the starting position. Hands back to your blocks. Weight into your left leg. Straighten the left leg. And then lift the right a little bit or a lot. You decide. And then pulse the leg up. Little bend in your standing left leg. Breathe. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe, breathe, breathe. How are you doing? Let's bring the right leg to meet the left on the mat. Ditch the blocks for now. Find your weights. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Come to standing. You will look taller with this pose. Use the weights for you will look taller today, or no weights at all. Bring your body into the shape of the letter Y. Bring your body in the arms to the shape of the letter W. Bring the elbows in, create a forward and backward L, and then tee out your arms and pulse them. All right, there is your you will look taller pose. First letter of each word, let's do it again. Big letter Y, big letter W, big letter L, and big T. Let's do it again. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster. Maybe you want to ditch the weights, but you will look taller. Little pulses back of the hands. You will look taller. Pulse them back, and let's finish. Bring the weights back to the midline. Hinge forward. Place your weights down. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Quick little tree pose. Always got to love our tree. Hands to prayer center. Root into the left foot. Open up the right. Place the sole of the foot. Whatever speaks to you, just don't put it on the knee. I say that every day. All right. Hands maybe to your hips. Maybe you grow your branches, or maybe you're holding onto that chair or that counter. Whew. And if you fall out, no big deal. Get back in to the game, right? Nobody quits here. You get back in and try again. Hands to prayer center, knee to the front. Plant the right foot next to the left, other side. Bend the left knee. Place the sole of the foot wherever you like. Foot and knee press back into each other. You gaze forward. This pose requires such concentration. Breathe, grow your branches. You got it. Sway your branches. You can do it. Yes, you can. As you're ready, hands back to prayer center. Breathe, lengthen up, be tall, be strong. You did, you will look taller, so do it. Look taller. Knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right, fold forward. Fold forward, bend your knees. Come on down to your mat. Send your legs long.
Seated forward fold. You know this one. Arms go up, lift, breathe, exhale. Arms reach parallel to each other. Your belly, you're hollowing it out. You're sending your belly button back towards your spine as you reach, 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 reach. You got it. Keep at it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Reach down, capture your legs, your feet, whatever you can capture. And then fold forward, elbows hugged in. Fold forward, let your nose come towards your knees. You got it. Slowly finish. Rise on up. Shoulders over your hips. Come on down to your back. All right. Once you are on your back, bend your knees. Toe heel your feet to the sides of your mat. Let both knees fall to the right. Maybe tee out your arms if that feels good for you. Let the knees come up and then let the knees fall to the left side. Let them come up and let them fall to the right. So this is a reclined deer pose. As your knees fall to one side, maybe you take your gaze to the opposite side as you work your neck. Turn your head. Knees and gaze are going in opposite direction. So 2 knees fall to the left, your look goes to the right. 2 knees fall to the right, your look goes to the other side. Breathe. All right. Let's kick it up a notch. Let your knees fall to the left. Your gaze is to the right. Your left leg lifted up. Pin that right knee down a little bit. Whoo, you can feel that in your hip flexor just a teeny little bit more. Breathe. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You've got it. No tension, because you're feeling good, because you're doing yoga. Plant the left foot down. Send the knees up to the sky. Send the knees to the right and your gaze to the left. Lift your right leg up. Place the outside of the right ankle on top of the outside of the left knee. Left, right, left. Ooh. All right, breathe. Keep it pinned down. Finish up. Let the knees float on up to the sky. Bring your soles of your feet onto your mat. Let's do a bridge pose. So send your hips nice and high. Feet planted on your mat. Bridge pose. Arms down by your sides. Breathe. Slowly roll your spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. You got it. Cross your right leg over your left. So the outside of the right ankle is on top of the left knee. Let's do this figure 4 and let's do some bridge pulses. Lift your bridge up nice and high and little teeny pulses here. Outside of the right knee, let it, be weighted. Let it go as if it's going down toward the earth. Little teeny pulses. Hold on. Your left foot is strong. Your left leg is strong. You got it. Breathe. Breathe, breathe. All right, keep your bridge high and lifted. Remove the right leg. Re-engage that bridge with both feet on the ground. Lift it nice and good and high. Lift your left leg up outside of the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Little teeny pulses. Up, up, up. You got it. You're doing it. You got it. All right, the next pose, I'll tell you about it as you continue to pulse. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, it's never a good idea to rock and roll on your spine. But check with your doctor knows best, okay? All right, so we're gonna do from a boat pose, we're gonna rock back to a shoulder stand and to a plow. Sounds really intimidating, doesn't it? But you got this, you can do it. All right, let's finish up with these pulses, both feet down, press on up through your hips, you got it. All right, the biggest safety tip here is to make sure you got plenty of space. All right, roll your spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Find your block and bring it to the top of your mat. The block is at the top of your mat. Now, let's go into a boat pose. All right, lean on back, chest is lifted, hands behind your knees, lift your legs on up for boat. I'm gonna have to move my block because I think it's too close. I wanna be able to rock back and have this block overhead without interfering with my rocking. I'm gonna come on back up to a boat pose. You can hold your hands behind your knees, or you can lift your hands. Rock on back, and then come on up. Whew, move that chair to your boat pose and hold. Let's do it again. Rock, and then with control, come on up to your boat pose. Let's do it again, and let's stay up here. Put your hands behind your low back. Think Pilates bicycle. All right, start to pedal the bike in this Pilates classic bicycle pose. Pedal it, you got it. Still your legs, send your feet high up to the sky. Now think of your toes as weighted overhead.
Bring them on up overhead. Maybe find that block behind your head. See, the ground isn't so far away. You got it. Then rock up. Come back to your boat pose. Breathe. Rock on back. Bicycle it up. Still the bike. Toes come back and touch the block. Let's do it again, but maybe ditch the block. Rock on up to your boat. Hold it. Chest is lifted. Breathe. Rock on back. Legs go up. Pilates bicycle or shoulder stand. Still your feet. Let your toes be weighted overhead. Maybe you remove that block and you discover the ground isn't so far away after all. Rock on back up to your boat pose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's finish. Hug your knees on in. Hug your knees in, and as you do that, find your eye shade in your towel, bring them up by your shoulders. Hug your knees in, cosmic egg, wrap your forearms around your shins, hollow out your belly, draw your forehead to your knees, maybe push on up to your toes, or find your balance here. Feet can be down, you decide. Wiggle your toes, circle your ankles, and let's be done. Plant your feet on down. Come on down to fully reclined. Oh, I'm gonna sneak in one more pose, supine twist, just because it feels so good. Come on down. Left leg is straight, right leg bends. Hug the right knee in, good and tight. Left toes are drawn up towards your calf, or towards your shin, so your calf stays down. Hug the right knee in, circle the right ankle around and around. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of your body. Tee out your right arm, take this twist. Twists are good for digestion and elimination. Breathe. You are strong. You are strong. Finish up. Right hip comes down. Hug the right knee in again, good and tight. Release the right leg long. Right toes toward the shin to keep the calf plugged into the mat. Left heel drags on up. Your interlaced fingers hug underneath the knee. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Hug the knee in. Circle the ankles this way and that. Wiggle the toes. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Encourage it down. Keep the left shoulder down. That helps intensify the twist. Turn your head to the left. Tee out your left arm. Breathe. Oh, finish. Left hip down. Hug the left knee in. Circle the ankle again. Send the left leg long on your mat. Drag both heels up at the same time. Send both legs straight up to the sky. Point your toes. Yes, you can. Now bend your knees. Left hand hugs left knee in. Right hand hugs right knee in. Hug them in toward the armpits. Rock a little bit from side to side. And happy baby if you like. Hands capture inside the ankles or the heels. Send one leg up to the sky, then bend the other leg and alternate. One leg extends, the other leg bends, and then switch it out. Finish up. Both legs high to the sky. Open up the legs in a big letter V. Hands press the inner thighs open. Draw the knees back together at the midline. Bend the knees. Feet come down. Legs go long. Final Shavasana. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. It makes a big difference. It really does. I don't cover mine because it interferes with the mic. But cover your eyes. Block out the light. All right, settle in, nestle in, you get comfortable. Here's a tip. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine so your chest is lifted a little bit. Maybe you like palms face up or palms face down, but arms are a little bit away from the body. Feet are a little bit spread, kind of maybe have your heels at the edges of your mat, and let your pinky toes, if you like, let them fall toward the mat as your hips externally rotate a bit. Eyes are closed. Breathe deeply any way you like.
Soften the area between your eyebrows. And let your cheeks be soft. Both sets. Your cheeks up top and your bottom cheeks too. Just relax in your cheeks. Calm your mind and enjoy these last few minutes on your mat. You have earned them. Breathe in, breathe out. With each inhale, let your belly poof up to the sky. And with each exhale, bring your navel back towards your spine and just feel your whole body relax even more into your mat. Another tip, you might want to keep your remote control really close by like you do your blocks and your weights. And now might be the time to push pause on your remote as you enjoy your final Shavasana pose longer. If it's time for you to wrap up this hour and do other things in life, let's begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up, refresh, recharge, and exhale out the mouth. Sigh it out, let it go. You are better equipped to face the stresses of life off your mat. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Reach high overhead, take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch of your day. Oh, enjoy it. Just enjoy how it feels right here, right now. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, and roll onto one side or the other into a fetal position. Low arm is bent, and your head is resting on that bicep and tricep that we really worked. Top shoulder relaxed, eyes are closed. Savor this moment and a deep cycle of breath. As you're ready, slowly come on up to a seated position and be mindful of how you do it. Eyes open or eyes closed. Using your hands or no hands at all. Just know what you're doing. Sit comfortably, whatever is comfortable for you. Bring your hands to prayer center in gratitude. Press your thumbs into your chest and lengthen up through your spine. You did a lot today to strengthen your upper back, to have good posture. Execute it. Do it. Break old habits. You are strong. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently blink, your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour. I hope it went by quickly. Today's practice is different from all the other practices during the week, so check us out. There's something for everybody, and everybody can do the practices because you modify them to make them work for you. All right, so you took a stress number in the beginning. What was it? Now what is it? All right, we started the practice by saying, I will invest the most valuable resource I have, which is time, into my most precious possession, which is me. You've got to take time for yourself and lift your face toward the sun and stand firmly without doubt. You got this, totally. Have a great day. See you on your mats tomorrow. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control are all yours for the asking. All right, have a great day, everybody. Love you. Goodbye. Hey, Piper. Come here. You didn't like that chair there today, did you? Good downward facing dog. And hello, Bonnie. All right. Oh, good girl. Dogs keep us young, don't they? Have a great day. See you later. Bye.